Scale and measures. Do you want fun, unique, but still very strong build for your new character in Baldur's Gate 3? Then look no further. Corrupt Lord is at your service. Look how adorable he is. This character is insane, but still possesses a lot of power. So let me explain how to build cool Corrupt Lord in Baldur's Gate. This build is not race dependent, so you can build any race you like, make it look like a real corrupt, and you will have a lot of fun. So starting class is Ranger with favorite enemy, Ranger Knight. This will give you proficiency in heavy armor. Very nice feat to have because we will use a lot of heavy armor in this build. Then if you want really strong character, try to get something like Wasteland Fire or maybe Wasteland Cold, but we are Corrupt Lord, so we get in Find Familiar to get our Corrupt ready. And for our ability distribution, it's super easy. Most important stat is Strength. Because we will use heavy armor, we dump in Dexterity, then we get in a lot of Constitution, so Constitution is 16 to get a lot of health. Wisdom is main spellcasting attribute and very common saving throw, so getting a little bit of Wisdom is really nice idea. Otherwise, if you want higher initiative rate, then go for Dexterity, so get less Wisdom, get higher Dexterity, something like that. But I prefer this distribution and 10 Charisma or 10 Dexterity again. What do you want more? It won't affect your build too much. Main important stats is Strength, Constitution and Wisdom. Then our leveling. So level 2. We continue as a Ranger. We get in our spells. And as Corrupt Lord, we need to be more sneaky and travel more distance. So we're going for Long Strider. And very important spell is Hunter's Mark. It uses bonus action and you will do additional damage. Then we're going for fighting style and picking 2 weapon fighting. And we continue our journey. At 3rd level you can pick Goodberry. Every crab likes to eat some berries, I hope. And on 3rd level we can pick our subclass, so you can go role-playing way and pick Beastmaster, but there is no corrupts in Beastmaster, so I'm picking Hunter. We are Corrupt Lord Hunter. With subclass Hunter we get in Hunter's Prey, and I would pick Colossus Slayer every time. One time per round you deal additional 1d8 damage if target below hit point maximum, so additional 1d8 each round. Level 4 we get in Feat, and this feat is no other than Dual Wielder, so with Dual Wielder we can get any weapon in 2 hands. Level 5 is where we're picking 1 more level in Ranger to get this extra attack, so now you will be able to do 2 attacks in 1 action. Additional spell can be any spell you like. I prefer something like Enhanced Leap to jump for longer distances. But then, on level 6, instead of continuing your hunter journey, change class to Rogue. If you're not using this character for stealing items, then go for Stealth and Athletics skills. Then 1 more level in Rogue at level 7, and 1 more level for Rogue at level 8, where we're picking our subclass, and it will be Thief subclass with additional bonus action. And level 9, that's where we're picking 1 more Rogue level just to get our feat, and our feat will be Heavy Armored Master. So Heavy Armored Master will increase your strength by 1 up to 20. Very nice improvement. And additionally, incoming non-magical damage be decreased by 3 while we're wearing heavy armor, and it's heavy armor build. And after that we're basically forgetting Rogue, we're switching back to Hunter Ranger. Our favorite enemy can be any, just pick anything you like, it doesn't matter. You can go for like Bounty Hunter if you're using spell like Ensnaring Strike, but it's not like so important. In Natural Explorer, pick Fire, it's like most common damage you can face. Basically you'll get 4 spells with this build, so it's up to you. Do you want to actually use something like Enhanced Sleep, or you want to change Enhanced Sleep or as spell for Ensnaring Strike, especially if you previously picked Feat for Ensnaring Strike. Otherwise you can replace something like Goodberry, and do it on level 10 of course. So on level 11 we will get additional spells. That's where you pick last spells you need. We don't care too much about them. You can pick anything you like, you wish to use. And then defense tactics. It's up to you, multi-attack defense, so it will be hard to make multiple attacks at you, but not a lot of enemies trying to multi-attack same target in my experience, so Still Will is way to go to get advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Being frightened is more common, like debuff that I was taking in this game. And level 12, we're finishing with Hunter Ranger, so we're going with additional feat and increasing our strength up to 20. That's it, build is done. So why are we calling ourselves Corrupt Lord? Because we can have Find Familiar, Corrupt. And here we are, we got a nice little Corrupy on our side. And we got these weapons. You see this Corrupt Claws, so we are like double Corrupt in a party. Playing this build is really simple and easy, so you got Goodberry spell, which can be used to create Goodberries and you can eat them or use them as camp supplies. You got ritual spells, so always at the start of the day use Long Strider to increase your movement speed in the battle, and Enhance Sleep, sometimes you will use it in battle, sometimes outside of the battle to jump for longer distances, just like that, so basically you can jump on very large distance. As a rogue, you can use Cunning Action Dash, so you get 2 bonus actions, you can dash for longer distances, you can hide, then you can ensnare enemies, so they will stuck in one place, and it will be easier for you to hit them on the next turn, for example. And Hunter's Mark, our bread and butter, using only bonus action, you can cast it on enemy, and you will inflict additional 1d6 damage every time you attack this enemy. So, as you can see, this build relies on double weapon fighting, and especially on this weapon. So, Lighting Jabber. You can find it in Act 2. It's a very fun weapon to use. It's giving you 1d6 damage if wielded in one hand, plus your strength modifier, plus enchantment, so it's plus 6 damage with full build, and 1d4 lightning damage. Additionally, on hit, you possibly shock your target, so they won't be able to use reactions, and this means you can shock target and disengage without provoking opportunity attack. Additionally, this weapon got rush attack, so you can close distance if needed. That's why you can play really these small characters with lower movement speed, like gnomes, dwarves, to make little crap. With this weapon, of course, you won't be able to use sneak attack, so it's up to you. Do you want to use it for more damage, or do you want to have more fun with these corrupt spears? And now let's finish our build to show you how to make incredible damage with this stuff. So now we're doing 1d6 plus 6 plus 1d4 lightning. We're starting our build with this Jewelry combination. So Root Mother's Revenge. Whenever you healed, weapon becoming coated and did an additional poison damage, 1d6 poison damage. When you're concentrating on spell, your attacks doing an additional 1d4 damage. And basically your weapons attacks also dealing 2 damage. All these rings can be found easily in the first act, so you can do it as soon as possible. Around level 5 your build is ready basically. So cool part that Kaga's amulet will be triggered by any type of healing, and Strange Conduit ring will be activated with concentration spells, and Hunter's Mark is concentration spell, so we will just concentrate on Hunter's Mark on this target. We will drink a potion and our weapons is coated. Additionally, it is true for 2 our weapons. So right now, 2 claws dipped in poison, and look at the damage. We are already doing 1d6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1d4 lightning plus 1d4 psychic plus 1d6 poison damage, which is total of 12 to 28 damage. Additionally, we're doing 1d6 damage from Hunter's Mark, and we're doing additional 1d8 damage from Colossal Slayer each turn. So damage is really incredible. Let's try in this wooden box. As you can see, there's a lot of damage. I will show you it on real targets in a moment. And additionally, of course, you will have this crab in your party, which can do additional from 2 to 5 damage, and inflict pinched, which will do additional 1d4 each round. So it's really funny. Now let's go to other gear. For this build, I would stick with something like Deadshot Bow, just to roll a critical hit while attacking, so it will be decreased by 1. Whenever you roll 19, you will critical strike with your jabbers. Then armor. You will get best heavy armor possible every time in the game, but in the latest act, in Act 3, you can buy this armor, Armor of Persistence. All incoming damage is reduced by 2. Let me remind you, we are already decreasing damage with our Feat Heavy Armor Master, so it's decreased by 5 already. Additionally, this armor got Blade Ward effect, so when you equip in this armor, you instantly get in this Blade Ward, which will give you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, and it will half damage you taking. So for example, if you got hit by attack with 10 damage, it will already be lowered by half, and you will take 5 damage, but you're ignoring 5 damage from your perks, so basically you're taking 0 damage. Then gloves. You can get these gloves very early in the game, and in the late game, kinda similar version of these gloves will give a little bit higher damage. It will give you 1d6 fire damage on your attacks, so this gives additional damage on our attacks with our jabbers, so 1d4 added to our damage instantly. Then for shoes, you can go with basic like evasive shoes just to increase your armor class, so it's like nice option. And for our helmet, I would go with Helm of Baldur. This helmet heals you for 2 hit points at the beginning of every turn. Additionally, you can be stunned or critical hitted by enemies, and +1 bonus to armor class. So now, the final build, our AC is already 23, it's really hard to hit us, but most importantly, Helm of Baldur will heal us for 2 hit points every turn. This means Kaga Amulet will be active every turn. But there is one more piece of puzzle to this build, and of course it's Mantle of Holy Warrior. You can get it in Act 3, so this gives you Crusader Mantle spell. And when Corrupt Lord concentrates on this spell, your weapon will do 1d4 additional damage, radiant damage each turn. So if you got like high hit point target, you're going for Hunter's Mark on him to do 1d6 damage each turn, but if there's a lot of low HP targets, get Crusader's Mantle instead. So you will use one action, and for 10 turns, you will be able to inflict additional 1d4 damage with every attack. I guess it's time to see this build in action. And by the way, there is one very fun interaction. So if you kill target with Hunter's Mark on him, you will be able to cast the spell again without expanding the spell slot. But the spell lasts until long rest, so you can cast Hunter's Mark on someone in your camp, like Wizards for example. And right now it is casted on Wizards, so I keep in concentration on the spell. And while I'm not doing additional damage to my targets, still psychic damage from Conduit Ring is working, so that's really crazy. So how this looks in a battle. Little crabs go into battle, while Crab Lord sneaking up in the bushes, hiding from his enemies. Then little crab go and pinch your enemies, just like that. And here is the enemies. Crab, run, run, my friend, little crab. Sadly, my crab is dead. So we just healed, and now our weapons is coated in additional poison web damage. Now at the first turn we can cast something like Hunter's Mark on our enemies to increase damage dealt to them, or you can go for Crusader's Mantle and deal additional 1d4. Additionally, it will buff all your nearby teammates too. But 2 of them is concentration spells, so you need to pick only one. And then basically unleash all your crab power on your enemies. Just like that. Look at the damage. Oh my goodness. Damage chart is insane. So with one weapon we dealt 1d6 piercing plus 1 plus 5 strength plus 1d6 piercing from Hunter's Mark, then 1d4 lightning, 1d6 poison, and target was resistant to poison, 2 additional damage of acid, 2 fire damage, 1d4 from our gloves, 1d6 psychic from our ring. Second weapon doing same, 1d6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1d6, then additional 3 from lightning, additional poison, additional acid, additional fire, additional psychic, and then finishing with Colossus Slayer. Because on first hit we're reducing hit points, and then Colossus Slayer activating on second hit. And with Crusader's Mantle active, our damage is still impressive. And don't forget, on second turn we're doing 2 attacks with action and 2 attacks with bonus action, so we're basically doing like 4 attacks in a turn. Yeah, we can miss, but still it's damage is really impressive, and actually very fun to be this angry crab lord who going in and destroying enemies. Don't forget to use your ensnaring strike sometime to pinch targets to one place, but still, that's the crab lord. I hope you enjoyed this build and you will have fun time playing it and trying in Baldur's Gate 3. And make sure to watch other cool videos on the screen right now. I hope you will enjoy them too. See you in the next video, guys.